Tell the jury your name.
Robin Howington.
And you are the Robin Howington we've been talking about since Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
And how old a woman are you?
41.
Okay. And where were you born?
Bristol, Tennessee.
How long did you live in Bristol?
Till I was 14.
Scoot that up just a little bit more.
Pull it right up there to you.
Pull it up closer to you. There you go.
Okay, let's try that. So you lived in Bristol till you were 14.
Yes, sir.
And where did you move then?
Knoxville.
And have you lived in Knoxville since?
Yes, sir.
And do you have family here?
My son, Gavin.
Okay. Now, your mother lived in Bristol, right?
Yes.
And for a time she lived with you here.
Yes.
And she passed during this pendency of this case.
Yes.
Okay. Where, back in September of 2019, where were you living?
502 Balsam Drive.
Okay. And how long had you been there?
For about 4 years.
And who did you live with?
Destiny, Gavin, and myself.
Okay. And just to be clear, did Antoine Oliver ever live at that address?
No, sir.
Did he ever spend the night at that address?
No, sir.
Was he ever there when you alone that you know of?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, I want to talk to you a minute about your kids. Back in September of 2019, how many children did you have?
3.
And tell us their names.
Jeremiah, Destiny, and Gavin.
And how old were they back in September 2019?
16, 5, and 2.
Okay.
Did you say your oldest child's in Jeremiah? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
And how long did Jeremiah live with you?
Till he was 12.
And then who did he go live with?
His father.
And do you have contact with him today?
Yes, sir.
And where is he living?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Why is he living in Norfolk, Virginia?
He's in the Navy.
I think you told me the other day he was entering into a special program.
Yes.
What was that?
The SEALs.
Didn't make you real happy, did it?
No.
No. Let's talk for a minute about Destiny. Who is her dad?
Antoine.
Okay. And how long were the two of you together?
Approximately 3 years.
Okay. And was it good in the beginning?
Yes.
Did you have plans?
Yes.
And what were your plans with Antoine?
To raise Destiny and be a family.
And were you able to do that?
No, sir.
Why not?
Because when I got pregnant, he started to become very controlling and abusive, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
And how did that affect you?
It was very traumatizing.
And did that have any effect on your friends and family?
Yes.
What was that?
Your Honor, can we approach really quick?
So as a result of that deteriorating relationship, did your friends quit coming around?
Yes.
And did that kind of leave you isolated?
Yes.
I want to talk to you now. Judge, I guess we need to approach again. Sorry. I guess we need to approach. Okay, Robin, I want to talk to you a little bit about Thursday, the 12th of September, 2019. Did something happen on that day?
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened?
Antoine was supposed to pick Destiny up from school, and he did. Instead of keeping her till around 7, he came to my house instead and started acting irate because I had a new boyfriend that he didn't know anything about.
And how soon was this after he picked up Destiny from the school?
Not very long.
And so he was coming and dropping her off. Is that what happened?
Yes.
And did he and Callie get into a little argument out front?
Yes.
And as a result of that, did you ask him to leave?
Multiple times.
And did he leave?
No, sir.
As a result of that, his not leaving, what did you do?
I went into my house and got the gun and brought it outside and asked him to leave.
And what did he do in response to that?
He took the gun from me and he took it apart
And what did he do with it?
and threw it on the ground.
And what did he do after that?
He went to his car and attempted to back up and hit me.
And then he left.
Correct.
And what happened to the gun on the ground?
Callie picked it up.
Let me stop you there. Callie is,
My boyfriend at the time,
and his name is?
Daniel Hensley.
Okay. And he picked it up.
Yes, sir.
And what did he do with the pieces?
He put it back together.
If he hadn't been there, would you have been able to put the gun back together?
No, sir.
So after Antoine left and Callie picked the gun up, what did the two of you do?
We went inside where the kids were.
And who had the gun at that time?
He did.
Did you ask him to do anything with it?
I told him to put it up because I had to tend to my kids.
And had you ever told Callie where you kept that gun?
No,
And where did that gun come from?
Callie,
Why did he give you a gun?
because of the abuse from Antoine and from the rape.
And what was it that caused him to want to give you that gun?
Because I was scared and having nightmares.
And how long did you get that gun before this incident happened?
Just a couple months.
And once he gave it to you, did you do anything with it when he gave it to you?
No,
And where did you put it?
in my closet in a black bag.
And in that couple of months that you had that gun, before September 19th, or say on September 19th of 2019, did you touch that gun again after you put it in the closet?
No, sir.
Did you go check on it regularly?
No, sir.
Had you ever fired the gun?
No, sir.
Uh, and on September 17th of 2019, when you were speaking with Wardlaw, and he told you several times that Gavin could not have reached that closet shelf, right?
Yes.
And you told him that he had gotten to the closet shelf because he would sometimes put on your high heels.
Yes.
Okay. So when he told you no, that wasn't true, do you recall what your response to him was?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
I told him that I assumed that Gavin had either moved a stool or the gun was not where I kept.
Take a second there. I want to make sure the jury hears either Gavin moved the stool or what?
The gun was not where I kept it.
You told the police, you told Riddle at the house, and then you told both of them in the interview room that you suffer from PTSD.
Yes, sir.
And is that true?
Yes, sir.
And are you being treated for that?
Yes, sir.
And when did you get this diagnosis of PTSD?
After I was raped.
And are you receiving counseling?
Yes, sir.
And I think we all know at this point that you have medication for PTSD.
Yes, sir.
On that interview on the 14th of September, probably 3:30, whatever it was, in the morning, as that interview was ending in the KPD building, they went through your purse, right?
Yes, sir.
And you had a lot of bottles of pills in there. And were you prescribed all of those?
Yes, sir.
And were they in their prescription bottles?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but we're going to talk for a minute about the rape. When did this happen?
March of 2018
And where did that happen?
in Kingsport, Tennessee, at a landfill where I was doing community service for failure to appear on a speeding ticket.
And so you didn't show up for court on a speeding ticket, and a judge ordered you to do this community service.
Yes, sir.
You recall how much community service he ordered you to do?
30 days.
And how did you get to this landfill every day to do this community service?
An officer would drive us on a bus.
And what were you doing at the landfill?
We were going through recycled cardboard to make sure there was no trash in it.
And at some point, were you asked to do another job rather than do the cardboard?
Yes.
What was that?
Clean the offices of the people that worked at the landfill because they were sick and not there.
And is that where this sexual assault took place?
Yes, sir.
And the person who did that was the person who drove the bus?
The officer that drove the bus and was supposed to be overseeing us.
And you asked to prosecute that case.
Yes, sir.
And to your knowledge, was that man ever charged with the rape?
I assume so, yes.
Do you know that he ended up pleading to making a false statement to the police, to the TBI?
No, sir.
Didn't know that. Did the prosecutors up there ever talk to you about that case, resolving it?
Resolving it, they wanted to not prosecute him and just give me money.
And there was eventually a civil lawsuit. It was not a civil lawsuit, it was a civil settlement. Is that
Yes.
correct? And you got paid how much money total?
Like $13,000.
Okay. let's go back for just a moment to the 12th of September of 2019. Where did you get the gun from on that day?
Out of the closet of the black bag.
And where did you put the gun afterwards?
I did not put the gun up. I gave it. Callie picked it up after Antoine took it apart.
And he did what?
I assumed he put it up.